If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, November 8th, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Dominick Glavich will join us shortly in the Finis Monitor. He's a sophomore at the University of North Carolina and swimming fast so far this season. He's ranked in the top 5 in the nation in the 200 fly, and he joins us now via Skype from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Dominick, it's great to see you. How are you today?
Doing well, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. First off, congratulations on being named ACC Swimmer of the Year. It's probably a big accomplishment. You probably get a little bit of congratulations from the team, I imagine.
Yeah, somewhat.
Do they do anything other than saying, good job? I mean, is there any kind of meeting about it?
Oh yeah, Rich, announces it before morning practice, so no one's really aware of it or anything because we're all kind of tired, but he announces it, so I guess that's kind of cool.
I would think at least for that he would have given you the morning off.
I only wish, Jeff. I only wish.
This is something that's awarded every week. So do you, are you aware that something like this is going on, and do you actively go out and say, okay, this week I'm going to do my best to try and win this award?
No, not really. I just, every time I swim, I try to get as many points as I can for the team. And, 2 times in 2 weeks I've gotten it just somehow. So I guess it happens.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Well, your roommate, Ozzie Moyer, won the diving conference award of the week. So something must be going on in your little apartment there.
Yeah, there has to be.
So tell us, I want to talk about this season you've had so far. 145 twice in the 200 fly, once against Texas and then last week against Louisville. It's only a second off your lifetime best, so I'd imagine this is kind of really giving you some confidence for how your season's going.
Yeah, I mean, my training regimen has been fairly consistent this year. I've been in I think freshman year I was in a distance group, and now I'm in a mid-distance group. I think that's helping a lot. I've been having a constant, weightlifting sessions, hour, 3 times a week. Where freshman year it was kind of, disorganized a little for me. But yeah, I mean, going 145 twice, it seems to be the time that I always go now during dual meets.
You said you were in the distance group in your freshman year. Were you doing a lot of distance freestyle, or were they having you throw in some long sets of butterfly?
It was a little bit of both. I felt like I needed to, give myself a better foundation of aerobic swimming, and I think it's working out fine for me now. Now that I made a transition from distance to middle distance, but I did a little bit of everything. I did distance IM, distance free, distance stroke. So it was nice.
So was that a conscious choice of your own? You told Rich to tell him, look, I want to do some distance training and kind of build this base, or was it just you had no choice? You're going to the distance lane.
Yeah, I messaged him before school started. So this was before my freshman year, and I was like, hey, I think it'd be a good idea for me to start in the distance group and see what happens. There I was in the distance group first day of practice. So.
Now you could look at that and say, well, it was all worth it.
Yeah, it was.
You took a redshirt season last season. Why was that?
I had a bulging disc in my lowest part of my spine, and it was affecting me starting the summer. So, I couldn't really bend down as far to start. I had trouble kicking. I had trouble pulling, and I had all this at Olympic trials. I had all this at U.S. Open, and so I finally said, "Hey, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut everything off. I'm gonna fix this, and I'm gonna come back stronger next year and ready to go.
Gosh, that can't be a good feeling to go to Olympic trials and know that you have this pain going on.
Yeah, I didn't let anyone know really that much because, it's a big meet. You got to stay mentally tough the whole time. So I was just like, I'm just going to deal with it, see what happens. And, yeah.
Well, it's pretty impressive that you made it back for semifinals in the 200 fly. I mean, anybody with a bulging disc, I'd have just been like, I'm just going to just swim 4 lengths legally and just say I finished.
Yeah, not me.
Well, I want to talk about this redshirt year you took, because a lot of people tend to come back a lot stronger. Was it a tough year for you? I mean, a lot of people, they say that the redshirt year they're not able to compete. The swim team's doing very well. What was it like for you going through that season, watching everybody at UNC continue to compete while you couldn't?
Well, it was hard. I mean, all my teammates were swimming fast. Everyone swam fast at ACCs, and I was in the stands watching, and I was like, oh, man, like, it got me pumped up. And so the beginning of the season before ACCs, I did all of my rehab and stuff. I saw a chiropractor. I went to physical therapy. And after ACCs, I started getting in the pool again and, swimming gradually. I'd do 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, and then I would add more days and stuff. And I even kept Rich made me keep a schedule of it, which helped me tremendously to see how I was progressing throughout the week. And towards the summer, I went back to my club team, Yoda, in Raleigh, and my club coach, Chad Onken, he took care of me big time. I mean, anything I needed, he was there for it. He's awesome. I thank him a lot for it because he conditioned me pretty well for this season. And, like all the energy the guys gave me, when they were swimming, when I wasn't, I was just, it's tough, Jeff. It's tough. Watching everyone swim.
I can imagine. I definitely know. We had Chad on the show last week, and I can tell he's a really nice coach to have.
Oh, he's awesome. I've had him since I was 12, so we have a long history.
I can tell. So everything's fine now? No aftermath, no injury now?
Nope, everything's all right.
Well, that's good. I can tell. You can't go 145 with any kind of pain.
Yeah.
Well, the 200 fly has become a signature event at UNC. First, it was Tom Lutchinger, who did very well last year, and now you seem to be kind of picking up where he left off. What is it about Carolina that makes it such a good school for butterfly?
I don't really know. I kept on trying to figure out why we have so much depth in the 200 fly. I just think it's a little bit of everything. Our recruiting. The guys that come here, I've noticed that every 200 fly that came to UNC has gotten better in that event by a lot. And Mike Litzinger, he's the mid distance coach. He really works it. Chad's given me a lot of fly sets, in the past and club team, but Rich and Mike. They beat you up pretty hard, and they get you ready for those big competitions, those big pressure meets where you have to perform, and it's worth it. It's all the pain that we go through, but we do a lot of underwater work, attention to detail, some stuff that other groups don't really focus on. But it's also on the girls' side too. They're really good at the 200 fly, and it just seems to happen that way, I guess. I couldn't give you a straight answer.
Well, sometimes these things just happen. It's just the natural order of things, and probably even if I asked Rich, he probably wouldn't even know.
Yeah, he would have I don't think he'd have a clue.
Well, on top of all of this, you're an education major there at UNC. Yeah. Is the plan to be a teacher, going into being a teacher, or something more administrative?
Honestly, I don't have a clue what I want to do. I'm doing education because I love kids. I feel like I need to give back to the community in some way because I grew up, in a YMCA. It's community-based, and I just want to be that role model for the kid, the next kid who swims at Carolina.
Yeah, well, it's a good major to have. And when did you decide that you wanted to be an education major? Was it before you got to UNC or was it afterwards?
Well, I was a nursing major when I came to UNC. And then I decided to become an education major last year towards the end of February. So then I applied to the school and I got in. So.
Well, that's a big change from nursing to education.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with all of that, and good luck on our final 5. We're going to submit you to 5 questions that we ask all of our guests on the show to kind of get to know you a little bit better. So we're going to start off with a swimming-related question. If you could change any of the strokes in the individual medley, how would you change it?
Oh, man. Let's see. I would make backstroke go first.
Forward start or a backstroke start?
Backstroke start.
Okay.
I would put freestyle after that, and then I would put breast and fly being the last.
Okay. Besides education or maybe even nursing, what's a career that you would most like to try?
A clinical psychology.
Okay. What's a career you would not like to try?
I don't like to try. Man. I don't really have one. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Well, that's good. That's good. That means your mind's open to any possibility.
Yeah.
If you could change or add any of the rules in the swimming rule book, what would it be?
Definitely dolphin kick on a breaststroke pull-out.
All right. And last question, where do you like to go for vacation?
Somewhere extremely tropical, and there has to be an ocean.
All right. Well, I like those answers. Thank you very much, Dominick, for submitting yourself to the Final 5. Most people seem to have a little more trouble with that than most, so thanks for doing that. And congratulations on all the success you're having this season. We're looking forward to seeing how it all progresses, and we'll see you down the road.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
All right, so that's going to do it for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next week. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.